Let's go ahead and get started. You can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down or stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would like to listen to this in a still position, then feel free to take all the time you need to fidget, to stretch, to do whatever the body needs to do until you feel like you're in a space where you can arrive into your body, into a place where you might feel relatively comfortable, and let go. Maybe it feels good for you to take some neck rolls, maybe some cat-cows with the spine, or side body bends, maybe lifting the arms up over the head and just giving the belly plenty of space to breathe, giving the organs lots of space. Maybe you just give yourself a hug, stretch out those shoulders. Just letting your body be in whatever position or move in whatever way your body feels called to be in or move in. And if what is calling to you right now is stillness, or at any time if you feel the need for stillness, then honoring that whenever it comes up for you. And there is zero rush whatsoever. You can continue to move for as long as you need to, and even throughout this practice. If you need to readjust yourself at any time, that is totally fine. You're not messing anything up by moving. And if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so, and if you haven't already, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time. And you can mark your arrival into your body today, into your practice, with a full and intentional cleansing breath. So you take a long and slow inhale in through the nose, filling up fully to every corner and edge of you, as you just hold that for a moment at the top to just really experience what it's like to be full of this air. And without straining, as you need to, slowly letting that go. Slowly letting all the air exit the body. Maybe gently pulling the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to just get that last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause to just experience that emptiness, allowing your next breath to come to you as it's needed. So you can breathe just like this for a few more rounds, for as long as it feels good. And if there is another style of breath that is calling to you or feels better for you right now, then feeling free to breathe in whatever way calms you down in this moment. Maybe just focusing a little extra on your exhales. And maybe holding that exhale out of you for just a few more moments than you might normally. And just see how much you can let go of on these exhales. And you can continue to focus on the exhales and the emptiness after the exhales, if that's comforting to you throughout this practice. But if you would like to release all this guidance over your breath, you may do so at any time. And just feel yourself stepping in to that role of the observer. Maybe almost feeling like you're stepping back and up in the mind into that point of view where you can watch your body as it breathes you. Just reminding yourself that your breath is a bodily function that can happen completely automatically without any of your doing. And seeing if you can watch your body breathing the same way as you may watch the waves rolling up on a shoreline. Not feeling the need to change the rhythm of the ocean or change the height or distance the waves travel, but just laying back and watching. Maybe noticing where your breath is drawn to today. Maybe your inhales are staying mostly in the head, maybe traveling into the nose and swirling around in the mind and just coming right back out. Maybe the air is traveling a little deeper and coming into the throat or into the chest. Maybe coming all the way down to the lungs, where you feel the fronts, backs, and sides of the rib cage expanding as your body inhales. Maybe you welcome the breath to travel even deeper into your belly. And you just feel the air rush into your stomach as the body inhales, and exit as the body exhales. And beginning to bring some awareness to your face. And even with the eyes closed, maybe seeing any expression that might be resting on your face today. Noticing any feelings or emotions that might be communicated by the expression resting on your face today. And sometimes it can be helpful to tense up all the muscles in the face and really scrunch the eyes, tense up the forehead and brows and jaw, and make your face really small and tight, and then release and just feel that opposite sensation. So you know what it's like to truly let go. And seeing if you can just allow your face to be as it is. Allow your jaw to hang into place. Allow your nostrils to release, the chin, the cheeks, and the jaw. Even allowing the lips to soften, the eyelids, and the eyebrows. Just feeling that full depth of your forehead as you let the hairline release back. And just feel your whole scalp soften just a little bit more. Feeling your shoulders soften down away from the ears. And as your body exhales next, just releasing yourself a little bit deeper into whatever surface is supporting you. And even if it's just for a split second, feeling a sense of trust with exactly where you are in your life right now. Reminding yourself that you are where you need to be, or else you would not be here. Reminding yourself of your ultimate sense of safety. and how we will always be safe with our body returning to the earth and our souls returning to wherever they've come from. And at the end of everything, we are safe. We are held and we are supported just by the world, the universe all around us. Turning some of your attention into your heart, this physical heart that's beating inside of you, constantly pumping life into you. And just feeling that unique rhythm within you. Maybe placing one or both hands on top of the heart to just encourage that feeling from the outside as well, if that feels right. And just taking this moment to remind yourself that this is all the proof you need that you are where you need to be. The fact that your heart is beating, that there is life being fed into you, through you, means that you are right where you need to be in this life. You are worthy of experiencing your life. And when we remind ourselves of this ultimate, deep sense of safety, security, worthiness that all of us have, regardless of what anyone is going through in their life, every single one who is alive, this is true for them. There might be some things that come up, some events in our life or circumstances we're currently in or were in that don't fully support that. Maybe some things in our life that don't fully support our safety, our sense of worthiness or security in who we are as individuals, as a collective, and how we feel about ourselves and the world and our circumstances. So not pushing any of those feelings that might contradict this deep sense of safety, but just letting those seeds be planted within you. Knowing that at all times there are things that all of us can do to better support ourselves, our safety, our love, and that of those around us. There are always steps we can make to not necessarily improve our life or our situations, but move closer to where we would ultimately like to be. And reminding yourself that you don't need to totally disown where you are, who you are right now, in order to move on to a different version of you. In these transitional phases that all of us will move through throughout our life, sometimes we can get stuck in thinking that how we were before was bad and we need to be better. And it can create this sense of splitting within us. Maybe this sense that part of you is holding you back. Maybe that there is a lower self. That's a lot of talk that we hear in meditation and yoga world. It's like disowning your lower self and stepping into your higher self. And if that way of thinking is helpful for you, amazing. I don't want to take anything away from that. But if you're questioning that a little bit, and maybe it's not the most helpful, just knowing that that's not necessary. You do not need to disown any part of you in order to change those parts of you. And in fact, sometimes the only way we can change is by fully embracing who we currently are. by fully accepting these parts of us that we would like to change, acknowledging them as being reality of what's happening within us right now, and at the same time aspiring to these future versions of ourselves where we see that we've let go of some things that might hold us back, or we take on a different attitude or outlook toward the world around us. As you bring some attention into your hands, just feel your hands soften a little bit more and just allow for the natural curve of your fingers. Allow for the arms to be heavy. And maybe even feeling a pulse in your hands. Feeling your heartbeat in both hands. As you just remember your physical anatomy and how your heart is connected to your hands. There is a pulse running through every inch of your body. And focusing now on the pulse in your hands. And as you feel this life running through you, you feel this rhythm. Just reminding yourself of your own uniqueness and how special you truly are. All of us here, every person on this earth, is the only version of themselves. We are all special and unique in our own ways. And the uniqueness of your perspective, the uniqueness of the things that you feel, the things you think, and how you perceive the world around you and the world within you is special and noteworthy. And we are all moving through similar pains in life, and will continue to do so no matter where you are in the world. The general joys and the general pains of life are very similar. And we can all relate to one another in these ways. And at the same time, you have a unique perspective to offer. You have a unique viewpoint that when you share it may be extremely helpful to those around you. So I encourage you that even when you are moving through difficult times in life, to share how you're feeling with people you trust, or even if it's just in your journal for a future you to read through. I think it's very important when we're moving through difficult phases to document them in some way. Just as a reminder to our future selves that these are patterns that we will move through, and we can find similarities to other things we've already went through. And maybe something that you found very helpful years ago while going through a tough transition in life could pop back into mind and be helpful for you now in anything you're moving through now. Or a tip that you write down for yourself of what you're moving through now could be helpful for you in 10 years. And I'm a firm believer in if you feel the urge to share something to someone else in your life who is moving through a tough time, might be looking for advice or guidance, then sharing those things, sharing any ideas that pop into our mind, because you never know when the words that you have to say or share might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. It might be the key to unlock their own inner well of words that they need to hear. At the end of the day, all of us are our own best teachers. And there's not one person out there who can teach you more about you than what you can teach you about you. And just quiet time with yourself. And with that being said, the people around us can serve as sparks and inspiration to unlock that inner knowledge that we all have. So you can just continue to soften your body, notice things that come up for you, and just allow anything you hear that resonates with you to just soak in a little deeper, be enhanced within you. As you listen to these words from Clarity and Connection by Young Pueblo. We often desire change in our lives, yet we reject the changes that come about spontaneously. This is a recipe that will repeatedly serve us misery. A mind full of attachments craves fulfillment of its yearning and attempts to mold the world into the shape it desires. When we are controlled by our attachments, we not only lose our peace of mind, but we miss the opportunity to enjoy life's natural unfolding. In fact, all of the things we love and appreciate exist because of continuous change. Without change, life itself would not be possible. Real happiness arises when we can love ourselves and the world while welcoming and appreciating change. This does not mean that we should live like rocks and allow the river of change to flow around us. But love naturally motivates us to attempt to mold the world in a way that enhances love. But wisdom also teaches that we should not get attached to things existing in an exact way, because change will always come. Being okay with not being okay does not make things automatically better. But it does stop you from adding more tension to an already difficult situation. Being okay with not being okay helps you let go. Tough feelings and agitated thoughts cannot take over your life when you meet them with ease. An important part of letting go is feeling without reinforcing. You can be honest with yourself about the heavy emotions that come up and choose not to act on them or make them worse. If you meet the rough parts of yourself with gentleness, they will melt away, leaving you lighter and giving you more space to act from a place of wisdom. All you need to do is be okay with not being okay during these tense moments of release. Throw away the idea that you need to pause your life until you are fully healed. This is a different way of being attached to perfection. Progress happens when you make better decisions in the midst of living. You can simultaneously heal your past while being open to the present. There may be times when you feel like a lot of what you've understood no longer makes sense. This might make you feel as though you have regressed, but it is actually a sign that you are opening new space for deeper wisdom and greater perception. When your previous understandings disintegrate, they are not always immediately replaced by better or deeper understandings. When you take your growth seriously, you will often find yourself in this in-between state. It is okay to live without clear answers. Growth is not about forcing understanding. It is about allowing it to grow organically. You can just take the next few moments to check back in with your body if your attention has gone elsewhere. And just see what else you can let go of. See what else you can soften into. And as you listen to your heart, to that inner you underneath all the layers that life creates, the you at the core of you, just reminding yourself that anything you've heard today that really strung a chord with you or resonated with you in some way, that's just when we hear on the outside what a part of us already knows to be true on the inside. So just allowing those truths to be enhanced within you. So you feel a greater sense of trust with your own instincts and what that inner you is communicating to you. Reminding yourself that you already know what you need to do. And sometimes life can just cause confusion and questioning with ourselves. So taking all the time you need to be with you, be with yourself, and learn what you need from this world. Learn what you need to share, what you need to feel safe and to grow, because these are things only you can tell you. And you can bring some attention now back into your hands. And just feeling that pulse once again in both palms. And if it feels like something you'd like to do today, you can just let the pulse of your palms find each other, bringing your hands to a prayer position toward heart center. And just feeling once again your own power that is generated through you. And allowing yourself to take a final deep and full breath into the body, filling up to every corner and edge. And exhaling as you allow your head to gently bow, letting go of anything you're ready to let go of. And just taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today, for taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. May this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.